It's the Trash Talk Tailgate.
Strong right slide, Z right. Spider 2Y banana seal.
You're going to call it like it's your favorite play you've ever gotten in your life.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Riley Puddin' Peters. With me, as always, I have the doctor, defensive back, quality control coach, Preston Rowe. And man, oh man, Dan Campbell keeps the Lions roaring in the playoffs as they face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the chance to go to the NFC Championship for the first time since the 90s. That's a crazy statement.
That's a crazy stat.
But this is the Trash Talk Tailgate, and we got the whole game coverage for you. Man, this one is one I was waiting for, man. We both been so high on the Lions all season, since the beginning.
Absolutely.
Honestly, you can't even say all season, all off season and season.
Yep.
We've been talking about this team since February, since the Super Bowl of last year that they didn't even play in.
Yeah.
This is us seeing a lot of pieces come together for an organization that's been so downtrodden, has really just needed some life in it. Well, It got a whole lot of life. And this game, I mean, after this game, the matchup in the future with the 49ers, watch our coverage of the 49ers-Packers game, see how the 49ers made it to this game. You know, but the matchup with the 49ers they're going to have after they, spoiler alert, win this one, it's going to be amazing. And, you know, the Lions, they haven't had an easy path at all. This Buccaneers team was damn good. I mean, they took out what everyone thought was, you know, the perennial NFC Super Bowl contender Eagles last week in pretty solid fashion.
They dominated them.
Yeah, and so... You know, it's not like this was a team that is terrible. This is a team that sucks. Nah, man. Baker Mayfield's off the Zins, and he's zinging it.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say, but at the end of the day, like I said, man, the Lions keep roaring, and that's a hard team to stop when they get going, man. They can run the ball on anyone. I mean, as a team, they put up 100 yards. They had one rusher at 79 carries for 74 yards. That's getting real close to that 10 yards a carry mark. And, you know, you can't let a team get damn near 10 yards a carry.
No.
And then, of course, their backup going, 10 rushes for 33 yards. Not as great of numbers, but, that's that balance. When you have two running backs like this, that's kind of what it always looks like. You're going to have one that...
Yeah.
There you go.
So, I mean, we've talked about it all year, Riley. Like, I was so high on the Lions because of their great offensive line. And because of the mindset that Dan Campbell has, remember, he's a former offensive line coach. If anyone knows the importance of offensive line and the value that they have in football, it's Dan Campbell. Yeah. And his identity of toughness and grit and we're gonna smack you, we're gonna hit you. You might hit us, but we're gonna get back. That is true grit and toughness. It starts up front with the offensive line. And they've really developed over the back half of the year this true thunder and lightning approach in the backfield with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Like, David Montgomery will come in. He'll be that goal line, short yardage back. He's just going to tough it. He's a fucking bruiser. He had 10 carries for 33 yards. And then you get that lightning, that incredibly quick Jahmyr Gibbs aspect of... Yeah. When you get him in space, it could potentially be a touchdown.
Absolutely, man.
I mean, and I love the way they built this team. You've also got the Sun God out wide. Like, people need to put some respect on the Sun God's name. Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of the best receivers in football. Like,
he really is. I mean, he'll go get it.
Yeah, dude.
He'll go get it on everyone. It doesn't matter. Worship. Bow down. The Sun God. And let's also, while we're here, Sam Laporta, dude. The rookie sensation.
The tight end, dude. Oh,
Dan Campbell, man. The honorary lineman. The tight end himself. He picked him. He found him. He saw him.
Yeah.
And he got himself the diamond in the rough. I mean, this team has been put together well. I think that's the only way you could say it. I mean, this team is really built for a run like they're making.
They're very well rounded. Like they are, and they're not done yet, you know, because like their defense still needs some work. But their defense has been playing a lot better the back half of the year, and especially in these playoffs. And I mean, Aiden Hutchinson, the dude has had 8 sacks in the last 4 games. Their star pass rusher, you know, the Michigan man himself. Fucking, I love this team, dude. But you know, you have to also respect the Buccaneers doing what they've done. The thing I love about the Bucs is that they've allowed Baker Mayfield to be himself.
Yeah.
You know what a crazy stat is for Baker Mayfield?
What?
So, ever since he came into the league in 2018, that was his rookie year, every season he's had a different coach and a different head coach and a different offensive coordinator. He has had no stability. None at all.
Yeah.
And the fact that he has been playing so well, I think, is a testament to him. And the Buccaneers, they believed in him, you know?
Wait, hold on. We just got to do this one just because this was the big controversy right here. C.J. Gardner-Johnson tossing the ball to Baker Mayfield after the interception. He said, take that for me, baby. Hold that.
Dude, that's awesome.
Sorry. Baker Mayfield, no stability.
Yep. Yeah, no stability, dude. He's had none. And the Buccaneers, they believed in him. They said, hey, you know what, Baker? We know you've been through a lot of shit in your career. You had to play in fucking Cleveland most of it. And then Carolina, when they were tanking, you know, and trading all of their pieces away, like, he's had no help. He's really had no stability. The Browns did him incredibly dirty. And really all he needed was just a team to believe in him. And the Buccaneers have absolutely done that. And they're a great offense with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin when he's healthy. They have another young tight end, Cade Otton, who played really well in this game. 5 catches for 65 yards and a touchdown. And Mike Evans just did Mike Evans things. 8 catches, 147 yards, and a touchdown, dude. Like,
I mean, he sauced. I mean, he had it was 98 in the first half, if I'm not mistaken. Something crazy like that.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
They had no answers for him. I mean, it's hard to stop a beast like Mike Evans.
Yeah, I mean, he's 6'6", 6'7", fast.
And, I mean, but
he'll go over everybody.
But the thing that we always talk about, Riley, with the key to this game was dude, we talk about it all the time. In order to win these, especially on the road, going on the road and winning these types of playoff games, you have to win the turnover battle. Yep. You have to be really good in the red zone. You can't settle for field goals. You have to score touchdowns. And you have to be good and efficient on third down. The Buccaneers had 2 turnovers, and the Lions didn't turn the ball over. And that was the difference in the game.
As always, man, it's always going to hurt you if you give the ball to the other team.
I mean, dude, football is a complex game, but at its core, it's a very simple game.
Yeah. No, for sure. And, I mean, you know, this game was pretty even. I mean, the scoreline even. Spoiler alert on the final score, 31-23. Even the final score is pretty even. But, you know, they both very similar amount of first downs. You know, their third down efficiency was pretty similar. I mean, the Buccaneers were definitely a little worse. They were 4-12, coming in at a solid 33%.
Yeah.
And then you had the Lions at 6 for 14, which is just in the 40s, just not, you know.
That's just below 50.
Yeah, just below 50. It's in the higher mid 40s. So it's not that bad. But, you know, very, very even. I mean, total yards, the Buccaneers, you know, they had 408 total yards. The Lions had 391. These teams are just so even. They were so even for most of this game. And it was just it really was just those turnovers that made the difference.
Yeah, because Baker threw an early interception in the game, and then Baker threw the late interception, which we'll talk about that later. Yeah. But
and the early interception, you know, we showed it, but it was a tip pass from his wide receiver that just went up and intercepted. So, you know, that's a rough one. It's one of those plays in football. But that last one, in crunch time, it was just the one where you're like, come on, man. Put 2 Zen pouches in and go out there vibing. Come on, dude.
But, I mean, dude. You're right, dude. I mean, there's really not a whole lot to say. It's just these were 2 very evenly matched teams. I was the most excited for this game.
Yeah.
Even more so than the Chiefs-Bills game. I was more excited for this game. Because I knew this game was going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, no, in this game, it did live up to it, man. It really did.
It did.
Ooh, dinkers. Whole lot of dinkers this weekend, by the way. Let's talk about this. Is just in general between all the games. Lots of missed field goals this weekend. I mean, I'm trying to think it. I think almost every team missed a field goal.
I think so. I think you're right.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, pretty much every team missed the only one I can think that didn't is the Ravens. That's because they have Jay Tuck, dude. He don't miss nothing.
I mean, dude, Justin Tucker 100% watches the TTT.
For sure. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure almost every team missed a field. That's crazy. That's a crazy stat.
Yeah, dude.
When's the last time we had almost every team miss a field goal?
Dude, it was a rough week for kickers.
Yeah, the Detroit didn't miss one, and the Ravens didn't miss one.
You could even say that this was the kickers' 9/11.
Ooh, only if it goes wide right. More on that later. Keep close. Oh.
Kate Otten with the fucking fade route. A little rub in the fade. Let's go.
We got to check the penalty.
Yeah. There's no foul on the play.
There's no foul for offense, pass interference. I can read lips. Look at that. There's no foul. That's a touchdown. Yeah, Kate Otten. I mean, that's a big body too, man. There's a lot of young tight ends, man. I think this playoffs, it's really shown that, there's a lot of old guard people left, but there's a lot of young talent that's on the verge of exploding.
Yes.
And I think this playoff really shows it. I mean, we talked about the Packers being a young team. This Lions team is incredibly young.
Yes.
The Texans are incredibly young.
Aiden Hutchinson right there with the sack. Yeah. Let's go.
Now that defense, man, they showed up 4 sacks for 30 yards. Like, those are big sacks. Like those
are big bub numbers, dude.
Oops, Sam Laporta hitting him with a little move. He said, I can move. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I saw a big body catching.
Dude, the tight ends make Dan Campbell so proud.
Dude, he's got a great tight end. I mean, what else would you expect from the former tight end? And in the era he played in, he was an honorary offensive lineman / tight end. And I think it's just poetic justice that this man's put together an amazing offensive line and a great tight end room.
Exactly. The sun god.
Dude, trucking kids. He said, I'm gonna go down on the right stick just to let you know how I feel about you.
Oh, that's a tough throw.
Dude, if Laporta would have done that though, woo,
oh, been dirty.
They're like, hey Bubba, and let me go win the ball.
Yeah,
I go win football. I win football.
Craig Reynolds, the third string running back, scoring a touchdown.
Dude, sometimes you gotta let them know that it's not what you think. Exactly. Third string running back in. There's no one was ready for the run. They're like they're not gonna waste an opportunity to give David Montgomery or Jahmyr Gibbs a touchdown. Not for their third string running back. Nope. Dan Campbell doesn't care. All he cares about is win football. Man, Baker Mayfield, though, still as slippery as ever.
Dude, the thing I love about Baker, and I loved about him coming out of college, he's so accurate with the ball. Like, he doesn't have the biggest arm, but he's mobile enough that he's slippery, and he can throw off of all platforms, and he's incredibly accurate.
Yeah.
He's so accurate with the football. That's what I love about Baker.
That's what I love about
Dude,
Baker.
Look at the bubs.
That was a beautiful play. I mean, that whole play was designed beautiful. No replay on that?
Yeah.
Let's
Dude,
get
look, just getting out in front.
6'4", he had a good block on this guy, just a little late. I think isn't that Aiden? No, it's not Aiden.
No, it's not Aiden.
It looked like a 9, not a 3.
Yep.
And then, this dude just got, 3-4 just got bounced between two absolute brick walls. He got pushed by 6'4", and then had to go straight into 70.
Yeah. That was a beautiful play design.
Ooh.
Jahmyr Gibbs out the backfield. I'm telling you, dude, he is so explosive.
Nah, he's an incredible, great receiver as well out of the backfield, which,
Yeah,
a running back that can catch is dangerous.
Yeah, yeah. Look at him, dude. Look at Jahmyr Gibbs go.
And that's it, baby. Ooh, give me that one. I'll put that one right over the line. That's the big 31-yarder, man. That's his big play of the game. Yeah. No replay for that one either.
No, dude.
ESPN or NFL, man. Come on.
What are you doing?
Sorry, is it going to be a big one? Yeah, okay. Boom, right after this one. Here we go. Boom.
Here we go.
And look, off the rip, an absolute bubble right here.
Yep.
But they do close it down.
Cutback.
Yeah.
Look at the cutback.
This is the thing about closing it down sometimes, especially when you're playing an amazing running back, is that when you close down a bubble like they just did, they've now sacrificed 4 guys, and they're out of the play.
Yeah, they are.
And on the backside, you got Penei Sewell, an amazing right tackle.
Yes.
Probably one of the best right tackles in the league right now.
I'd argue he's probably the best, to be honest.
I'd argue it too. But I like to speak in giving people a chance, so I'll say one of them. And he's got 2 guys himself.
Yeah.
And then just 2 great cuts. He cuts the initial to go behind the line, cuts the second to break it the other way, and touchdown Lions.
Jahmyr Gibbs, ooh. That's
he is
tough
the
to
first
defend.
swag Kazakake, so.
Rashad White, dude. Rashad White also had a good game. 9 carries for 55 yards. Caught the touchdown on the screen that we just showed. Like you said, dude, there's a lot of good young talent in the league that really kind of showed itself in these playoffs. Yeah.
And I think, that's something, especially with these young teams, is like, you don't necessarily attribute young teams in the playoffs. It tends to be, at least in the past few years, it was like, the typical old guard teams are the ones making it. So it is nice to see, especially in a year where there's been so much changes. Honestly, in the past couple years, there's been so many, legends retire and all this and that. So, like, this was the first playoff where I feel like, we're seeing kind of a changing of the guard.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's cool. You're getting some new perennial favorites being built. Obviously, you still got in the AFC. They're still a little old guarded, but that's only because Patrick Mahomes has now become their old guard.
Okay, Riley. Just to go back real quick, I do want to point out something.
Yeah.
So this is okay. No.
Was it this one?
Nah.
You want to go back farther?
Yeah, I want to go back farther on the 3rd and 15. This one right here, this play. Go back to the beginning. So it's 3rd and 15. Pause it. So it's 3rd and 15. Look at the score. 24-17 Detroit. Got 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter. This is kind of the... people always talk about same old Lions where the Lions would always just find ways to lose. Like, they'd be up in a game.
Yep.
They have momentum, and then they can't finish. The Lions have never been able to finish games until Dan Campbell. And this is kind of where, like, if you're the same old Lions, you don't convert this. The Bucs get the ball back. They drive down the field and score and tie it up. But this is 3rd and 15. You could argue that this is maybe the greatest play in Jared Goff's career. Like, because they have to convert this to keep this drive alive and keep the momentum going. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, this play is kind of, especially against a team like the Buccaneers that are so dangerous and can just kind of score when they want to. This is it.
Yep. Yeah, dude. It's 3rd and 15. That is a hard conversion. And, dude, where do you go? You go to the Sun God. What a great second effort, dude.
Yeah, Kind of a duck from Jared Goff, honestly.
Yeah.
A little duckish, but it gets where it needs to get, and that's all that matters. And Amon-Ra St. Brown said, "Give me the first."
Exactly.
Nah, great effort, man. Amon-Ra, we've already gassed him already, but just an amazing player.
Dude, Jahmyr Gibbs also had 4 catches for 40 yards out of the backfield.
Yeah, he's so explosive.
He's so explosive. He almost broke that one.
Yeah, dude, a little 2nd and 3, bounces through about 6 bodies. They really are. I mean, this team can drive. You know, this is a team that doesn't rely on big plays.
The sun god. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Give him his flowers, his sunflowers.
You saw he dyed his hair blue, right?
Hey, man, got to keep that ice on you.
Yep. And then, like, you know, it kind of felt like the Lions were really in control at this point. You know,
yeah.
It just 2 scores with 5 minutes left. That's hard to come back from, you know. But dude, what a throw by Baker though, on the run, dude. Under pressure, and
the loft.
Yeah, dude, Mike Evans wide open. Oh,
don't give them what they want. Give them what they need. Whoop! Touchdown.
That's a dot, dude. When Baker has time and Baker can get on a heater with the best of them. Like, he is so accurate.
He can get on a heater for sure, dude.
Oh, look at that, dude. Just
trust the big body.
Oh yeah, dude. Just throw it up top and let Mike Evans go get it. That's a basketball play to just box him out.
I like this idea. I like they don't get it obviously, but I love the go for 2 here. That's Tampa Bay. They're trying to win football games.
I don't know if I like it just because I feel like you could take.
You're down by 2 anyways. You know, like no matter what. Like that's why I say like they're there to win a football game. You know, if they get that 2-point conversion there, all they have to do is score a touchdown and kick a field goal to win. You know.
Yeah.
And
Riley,
if you don't get it,
real quick?
The last play.
Yeah, I just want to point out how well designed of a play this is.
One of these like how many choices do we got and which one are you gonna stop? Because is it going to him? Is it going to him? Nope, it's going to him again.
And it's a fucking screen with Bubs out front, dude.
Is it going to be a jet? Nope. Is it going to be a regular handoff? Nope, it's a screen.
Nope. Yep, it's a screen. Back to the jet, dude. That's hard to stop. And then...
Just one in the middle of the field. Hey, listen, dude, Tampa Bay does that thing too. They get a stop here. They give themselves the chance.
Yeah, they do.
But
and then Baker just
Baker takes it from him himself.
Like we said, dude, the 2 turnovers were the difference in this game. Baker, I don't know what he's looking at, dude, because Barnes is all over him. Like, I mean, we call that a hole defender, where, you know, you typically have a high hole with a safety and then a low hole with the linebacker just guarding the middle of the field, and he throws it right to him. That's not open.
I don't even know why he's forcing it to him either. You know, I had to go. The reason why I rewinded it, I was like, you know, if he was forcing it to Mike Evans, I'd even give you Chris Godwin. But nah, man. Cade Otton had a great game, but I'm not forcing it to him like that. And that's it,
The other thing that I do want to say, Riley, and I don't know if you know this, did you see what happened, like, when the Lions were kneeling the ball?
No. What happened?
So, you know, whenever you kneel the ball, you have to time it out, right? Like, you know, because you have a play clock, and then you also have the game clock. You know, and like with a running clock, like, you know, you have to time it out, like when to actually kneel it, so then you don't risk giving the ball back to the other team if they have timeouts. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Well, the Lions and Jared Goff, like, they fucked it up. They snapped the ball with, like, 20 seconds left on the play clock to kneel it. And the Bucs had one timeout. Like, look, dude, they've got one timeout
They still have it
left.
there. Yeah.
You see that?
Yep.
And Todd Bowles elected not to take the timeout. He just said, no, the game's over. Like, the Lions would have had to punt the ball away or potentially kick a field goal to, you know, and it would have been a long field goal. You could potentially block it and run it back. But Todd Bowles elected not to take the timeout and just let the clock run out when the Lions had fucked up the kneels. So that is...
Someone's getting fired.
No, that is insanity.
Yeah.
And Todd
I bet
Bowles
you
was
there's a
asked
stat.
about it.
There's a statistician for the Buccaneers that miscounted timeouts. Because we have this beautiful, little thing right here to show us, how many timeouts each team has.
Yeah.
But they've got to rely on dudes sitting in the booth counting correctly.
Or you just look up at the fucking scoreboard.
Fair.
I mean, yeah, you have people, you have analytics people who that is their only job to keep track of that stuff. Or you could also just look at the scoreboard. And Todd Bowles was asked about it, the head coach of the Buccaneers, after the game. And he said, yeah, we knew we had that timeout. We just thought we didn't have a chance. Dude, if you are a player in that locker room, how pissed off are you? Like, he basically conceded the loss before, like, when they still had a chance to win, potentially. Like, yeah there's not a great chance, but you still have a chance.
You still got a Hail Mary, dude.
Yeah, like, you could potentially block the long field goal. They could miss the field goal, and now you're in great field position with, probably 10 seconds left. Like, you've got Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Like,
Trust in the process.
That is absolutely our first playoff bruh moment. That is bad. That is unacceptable. I mean, Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, all those players, they deserve better than that.
Yeah.
You had a chance to give them one last chance to potentially tie this game up, and you denied them that opportunity. That is awful. Todd Bowles, you are our bruh of the week. That is, to me, that could be a fireable offense, honestly.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Someone's getting fired from that.
That's bad. Like, that is fucking poor. That is awful. But yeah, dude, that's...
But speaking of great things, the TTT is going to keep going through the playoffs, so please keep tuning in, liking, commenting, subscribing, all the beautiful, wonderful things as we keep rolling all the way to the Super Bowl and past. But for this episode, me, Riley Puddin Peters, and the doctor, we've got to clean up and get out of here, y'all. Peace.